Well, Red State's one of the leading voices for the conservative movement, and Heritage plays a role as a centerpiece of, I think, conservative groups around the country. It's important for me to be here with all the allies to talk about what the conservative movement needs to do to help candidates that carry our message win. And the key to that is communication. It's a lot of what Red State does, but also to talk about the ideas that work. Texas is a good place to have the conference because Texas has done so many things to attract more opportunity and prosperity through their public policies. Those are the kind of things we want to talk about all over the country, and particularly as we head into 2016 and choose our candidate for president. Well, I knew, and Heritage knew 2 years ago, when the president issued an executive order that essentially promised amnesty to children who came from Central America without their parents, that we would get more and more unaccompanied minors in the U.S. And it's happened. It's no big surprise. We just caught on to it. But last year we had over 30,000. We were projecting over 50. We'll have over that this year. So it's by invitation. It's not because we don't have enough border guards or spending enough money. It's because the President of the United States sent out the message that if you can get here, you can stay. That's what we need to change. The President has caused this problem. So, because I think he wants the problem. I think he'll do something else this month that probably he hopes conservatives will over-respond to and create a negative message going into the elections. We've got to be careful about that because his strategy now, I think, is to create chaos and hope that the American people will be confused by what's really going on, because it is confusing. We have compassion for these children, but we also have compassion for American children and compassion for the immigrants who came here legally looking for a better way of life. It's our responsibility to make sure that the opportunities and prosperity they came for are still available. Years ago, when the President pulled our troops out without a state of forces agreement with Iraq to keep a sustaining, stabilizing force there, we created a vacuum that we knew sooner or later would be filled, and that's what's happening right now. So no one should be surprised at what's happening. Unfortunately, a lot of Iraqis have already been killed. It's likely many more will, and probably we will certainly get re-involved to some degree as Americans. And so I think the President has botched the Iraqi situation beyond imagination at this point, and I'm not sure what he can do, but just some kind of show of airstrikes. But you can't deal with this kind of situation from the air.